Harry Potter alumni has changed your worldview or global perspective?
Ryan, help us repeat the question one more time.
She wants to know if being a Harry Potter alumni has changed your worldview or your global perspective. Being with, I think, with a mix of different people and cultures, how has that changed and shaped the way you look at things in the world?
Yeah, that's a great question, because there were, as the films went on, there were a lot of pop culture topics that were touched upon. There were a lot of things that were happening in our lives at that time that I think were kind of introduced in a passive way to the film. What's your take or your experience on that?
I mean, well, first, we've been thanked a couple of times, and I just want to take a moment to thank all of you, from all of us, because if it wasn't for you guys and the fans out there, we wouldn't be sitting here today. So a big thank you. For me, not so much learning as it's a real affirmation of communication and the ability to communicate across boundaries and across borders. Because these films have been embraced, these books and these films have been embraced from Florida to Florida, to India, to Japan, to Russia, to Africa. It's been embraced the world over, and and people have found touchstones within these stories everywhere. And that's, for me, a real affirmation and a wonderful thing about the human condition, that actually, or people, is that we can communicate, and we can communicate no matter how different we are. And that, to me, is a wonderful gift.
I completely agree. I mean, to be able to bring together so many diverse cultures, so many diverse age ranges and demographics, and with this common feeling which completely embraces these stories, these characters, these films, this place, with a complete lack of cynicism. It's humbling. It's a great thing.
Would any of you like to chime in on that?
I just thought the reason the books and the stories have been embraced is because they're wonderful parables and wonderful. There's this positive affirmation in all the stories. It's an analogy. It's about growing up. It's about faith. It's about friendship. It's about belief. It's about unity. It's all these transglobal concepts which are touched upon in the stories, and that's why they work. And I think the success of this film is because good things happen when you do the right things for the right reasons, and that's why the film's been so successful. And thank you to everybody.
David, it looked like you were going to say something.
Well, I was just saying, what other industry can you think of that brings so many people together, hundreds and hundreds of people, all working, all specialists in their own field, and they're all that will to make something really work and mean so much to so many people. What other industry can do that makes it all work and all these people come together to produce something as great as this?
Fantastic.
You have to learn something from that about a common vision, and
it definitely was shared with the world. Julie.